Hidden in this gorge near Lake Bled in Slovenia is one of the most unreal places I've ever tried to paint. So I set up my easel here in the gorge to see if I could capture this place in watercolour and gouache, and afterwards I explore the rest of it. Just arrived at a gorge in Lake Bled. I only found out about it this morning thanks to a French lady that I met in my hostel. And it already looks beautiful. I'm only right at the start and barely at the gorge yet, but I can already see a lot of things that I could potentially paint here. So I'm going to flip the camera. I started with 2 quick pencil sketches in my sketchbook. Then I set up my easel early on the path to try painting the scene on plein air. At first I wasn't sure if I should stop so soon or to keep walking to find my perfect spot, but standing here was good enough for me, so I got going. The colours of the gorge were incredible. Turquoise water, fresh air, and the sound of the rushing river. It made it easy to focus on the painting. This. So I've just been painting at the gorge, bit of plein air painting. I think it's the first time I've actually painted a gorge and I really like it. I actually want to get like another quick sketch in before I leave, if I can, but there's a very narrow bridge ahead. But anyway, I'm going to show you the painting, show you what it's like. A few people have stopped by. There was an American couple from New York who asked if I sell my work, and of course I do, and I told them I do, and they took my Instagram down. They asked my prices and stuff, so potentially if nobody else buys it before them, they might buy the painting from me later on. But I'm going to flip the camera now and just show you the finished painting, and then I'm going to take off the tape around the edges to reveal how it looks with a nice clean border. Alright, so this is the painting before the border's taken off. And this is how it looks without the border, plus a few tiny additional paint strokes that I did to the branches. And there we go, there we have it. And that's the scene as well down below. So I'm going to quickly pack away and try and find another spot. Right, so I'm moving on now from my painting spot. Walking along this bridge. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Look at this view. I'm going to flip the camera just to show you what I'm looking at. I mean, that is gorgeous. I don't know why I packed my camera away, because I'm going to need to pull it out to take some pictures. But it's beautiful. Like, there's so many little scenes here that I could just paint. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Gorgeous, I love it. I love this kind of environment. Like, I could just sketch here all day long. Sketch and paint all day long. It's absolutely stunning. Like, if you agree, if you think this is beautiful, if you'd love to paint in a place like this, let me know in the comments. So at this stage, I'm just gonna take you with me on this little journey through this gorge. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time all the space. I mean, potentially here is a little bit extra bit of space, but not much. For me to set my easel up, it's really narrow. And I don't know if more people are coming, but we're getting towards the end of the day now. I think there's less than an hour and a half of daylight. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Really, really stunning. I know I keep saying that, but it's just, I love it. I love this environment so much. It's good for the soul, good for your spirits, good for your health, good for everything, good for your art, good for your drawing and painting. Look at this. I'm going to flip the camera again. Some more gorgeous area here. Look at the colours, the water. It doesn't even need to be sunny and it just looks magnificent. Absolutely pristine, crystal clear. I have no doubt that this water you could drink. I bet it's super fresh, revitalizing, energizing. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. Jesus on the cross. Another really gorgeous spot. Would be really amazing to paint, I think. Look at that. Incredible. And look at what's in front of me as well. This is the narrow bridge. Goes on for a while, I think. Getting a little bit deeper into the gorge now. You can tell the temperature drops. Wow, look at the water below. That is wild. So beautiful. It's a bit calmer now. I'm away from that big waterfall. A bit quieter. I'm trying to zoom through things a little bit quicker now, but at the same time I don't want to speed up because it is just incredible. So many like amazing colours, so much to get inspired by. Well, I'm glad I picked my spot right at the start because things seem to have calmed down a bit now. No doubt there's going to be more beautiful things towards the end to see. But yeah, I painted, happy with the result. If I don't get another one in, it's not the end of the world. And quite a lot of people walked past, paid some nice compliments, and somebody was interested in buying, which is a great result. Didn't buy on the spot, but maybe they will later, who knows. I've just seen something I want to take a picture of straight ahead. Showing you some more views a little bit further along the path. Let's see what's around this corner. Seems like the bridge is getting narrower. All right, it's just a little bend. How about down here? Looks like the walk just goes on for a while, so it's beautiful though. Like even this with the sky and like a mountain in the distance. If I was a local, I'd probably be down here at least once a week painting, at least. Far too many opportunities. You could stop in a million different spots, and that's not even an exaggeration, of little scenes and studies you could do for your portfolio of beautiful art images. But having said that, the path is quite narrow. So there are a few bits here and there where it opens up a little bit more. And you get a little bit more space, like here for example, but not too much. Enough. But yeah, just love all this green. There's so many different shades, hues, varying green colours all around. And you can see autumn is also starting to settle in a little bit. You can see a bit of orange poking through. It's just pretty epic. I love it. I imagine in a few more weeks, this place is going to look phenomenal. But I still think I came at a good time. I had very good weather so far, touch wood. I wonder if I'll be going up across that bridge. And this is the scene from just around the corner from the waterfall and the bridge. Another bridge. Are we going up or down? I can see there's a bit down, but also up. So curious which way I'm going to end up. The place I showed you just before, it broke up into two paths that you can take. One has a 3-kilometre path to continue along that little bridge. Another one is 4K, which is up through this forest. This was the recommended one by the two guides. And he said you get really beautiful views of the mountains of Lake Bled, everything, maybe even the gorge. So I'm making my way up. Looks like I'm the only person here. Been walking uphill for ages, so a little bit out of breath, but look what I've just discovered. There's this, looks like an abandoned hut. It's given me, I don't know if you've seen the film The Blair Witch. I'll show you anyway. Creepy, right? I think I won't bother looking at the other side of it. Hopefully I'm on the right path because it's split into two. There's a fork in the road. So hopefully I'm going the right way. We'll soon find out. So I think I did go the right way because I'm now pretty much on the road. I think there's a sign up ahead. You can see some mountains out of the forest. Still nobody around, which is weird, but it's all good. Oh yeah, there's a sign there about hiking paths. And flip the camera for you. Looks like a little church. And it looks like I'm going to get some views of Lake Bled. This is another view of the old, it looks like an old abandoned church not used anymore. And I think I'm actually gonna continue up a little bit higher. There's multiple paths here. I think I'm gonna go up that road. It's a 20-minute walk, I think, to some kind of peak. Not entirely sure. Some views further down the hill. On my way back to Bled City, just thought I'd show you this apple tree. Looks like, I imagine, organic apples. Not quite ripe yet, I don't think. Tiny, but bet they're good. Just walking down the road. Further down, I've got some absolutely gorgeous views of the mountains and sunflower field. I don't think I've ever seen a sunflower field before, but that is amazing. On the other side, you've got some cows, more mountains. Check this and get a closer look. That's incredible. Do you know what? I'm going to go all the way up, close. Oh, almost slipped. Look at that. Some bees in there. Incredible stuff. Did not expect that on my way home. You've got those epic mountains in the distance as well. I'm just gonna pause the filming so I can take some pictures. Definitely worth it. Beautiful countryside and landscape all around is really gorgeous. Glad I came. Back in the studio later, I cleaned up the edges and finished the painting. I titled it Vintgar Gorge, Lake Bled, Slovenia. If you're interested in the original painting, it's available on my website. And if you'd like to join other artists drawing and painting together, you're always welcome inside my artist community.